Tony Abbott is warning of a potential $60 billion cost for Labor's plan to increase renewable energy to 50%. Bill Shorten says the 50% is only a target and won't be mandated. And one of the PM's senior ministers says, however, Australia reduces carbon emissions, it will cost money.
The Prime Minister back in the media spotlight after Bill Shorten's weekend of headlines at Labor's National Conference.
I can see clearly now, the rain is gone.
Tony Abbott hoping for a political rainbow in the form of sharpened attacks on Labor's new policy of 50% renewable energy by 2030.
Will mean a massive bill, perhaps $60 billion or more, that will have to be carried by the consumers of Australia.
The Prime Minister just makes up numbers to scare people. He has no evidence or science.
Tony Abbott was quoting a figure from consulting firm Assel Allen. That was based on increasing the mandated renewable energy target from 23% to 50%.
The $60-odd billion estimate is really just quite a simplistic estimate based on the capital cost of wind technology that would be required to get us there.
But the opposition leader says 50% is more of a mission statement and not an expansion of the RET.
That a Labor government will ensure the ambition of by 2030 that we have 50% of our energy derived from renewable energy sources.
The lack of detail so far from Bill Shorten on his renewable energy pitch means he's left vulnerable to attacks and questions. He'll know as well that he needs to soon fully flesh out his emissions trading scheme, with Tony Abbott in the interim trying to fill in some of the blanks.
The ETS that Labor keeps talking about might as well be called an electricity tax scam, because that's what it is.
We all know that Mr Abbott is desperate not to draw attention to his own lack of plans for the future.
One of Tony Abbott's senior ministers says cutting carbon emissions will cost money, no matter which party is in power.
There is no such thing as a cost-free way of reducing carbon emissions, whether it's a regulation, whether it's a renewable energy target, whether it's an ETS.
The Coalition's Direct Action Plan has no upfront cost for consumers, but it is funded by $2.5 billion of taxpayer money. Tom Connell, Sky News, Canberra.